Hey guys, so this is going to be a review of Thunderbolts. Now, I'm going to label this as spoilers just because I'm not going to I'm not going to give away the whole plot, but there's a big kind of chunk on it that I want to highlight anyway. So, the review I first heard about this was that the comedic isn't that good timing, but when I was watching, I was like, I totally disagree. Now, my humour is like a 2-year-old, so that just to clarify that. But I thought the humour was really good. Can I just say, David Harper's character is so funny. He's like, out of the whole film, he was like my favourite character, and he played Alexei, I think it is. But yeah, I just stand that character. Anyway, so it's kind of like not a 2-part story as such, but it kind of has that kind of balance where you've got the fun stuff and, you know, you get to the wholesome stuff near the end more so, but it's more kind of like comedy, that kind of sort of thing, as this group try and kind of work together, and they're complete like opposites and everything. And then you get to the really serious stuff and you're just like, okay. So they hint it in the first half, but in the second half, it like let's go deep into it with the character of Bob. So, again, this is just spoilers, just in case you didn't hear my first points, but saying it's spoilers. But Bob is a very troubled person. He dealt with addiction. His childhood wasn't great. He's basically depressed all the time, and and it kind of, so you kind of follow him, and basically he's been tested. Not going to give too much away, but whatever. Anyway, I just want to try to slim it down so this video is not 20 minutes long. But basically, he's been tested on, and then these tests work, but they exacerbate his symptoms, which he was warned about. Literally warned about, like, not he warned about. So Valentina is her assistant basically warned him this is a bad idea. These subjects were tested weren't completely kind of like, they weren't meant to be used on them, because a lot of the people that they used all had loads of problems, including him. And obviously it went wrong, but oh my god, the bit that it highlights so much is literally how because of this it's made him more volatile, and it just goes into so much detail of what happens. So when people kind of go through despair and they feel like they're in a void, and the void takes over you and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, the way they did it was so good. And literally near the end, I was crying. I'm just going to say it like that. I was crying. But they did it so well. So I'm here coming to this film because I don't really know much about it necessarily. So I'm just like coming into this film like, you know what, this is going to be a great film. You know, it's going to be fun. It sounds like it's going to be a fun, light-hearted film. Actually, yeah, it's fun. It's a bit light-hearted movements, but it's going to go heavy. It's going to go heavy at one point. And I was just like, OMG, they did this so perfectly that I can't even. Like, it's so good. The way they have it was so the kind of the interaction between this void creature and Bob is just the thing that was saying to Bob was so accurate. I was just like, I can't. How you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you kind of know or you've been in that situation, you can't, it's very relatable. You cannot understand how relatable it is. And at the end it was like, oh my days, you're gonna make me cry. But overall, as I said, I really enjoyed it. I think it flowed really well. I would definitely disagree with a reviewer that said that some comic timings felt forced. I didn't think it did. I mean, you've got characters together who have just met. They're completely different opposites to each other. I don't know. I thought it was alright. The way they did it was alright, and oh my day, they landed it so good. So good. If I was to rate this out of 10, I'd give it 8 out of 10. It's definitely solid. It's up there It's up there with my favourite Marvel movies. So if you didn't know, my favourite all-time Marvel movie is Thor Ragnarok. This one, I think, is going to take second place just because the execution was so good. It may be different if you can't, like, relate to things like that, but because I found that part so relatable, you know what I mean? It was so relatable for me. I was just like, wow. And the irony of seeing this as well, and this being, I don't know if it released this month, it might have released last month, but the fact that I saw this on, like, Mental Health Month. I mean, this is technically the Mental Health Week, Awareness Week, but it's kind of the whole month. But I'm just like, oh wow. The timing of that film and that, anyway, really enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it. I don't know, yeah, as I said, I found it a bit relatable, so that could be, I don't want to say biased, but for me, I found the way they executed it was really well. Hey guys,